to clap. Is your mic on? It might not be on.
Is it?
No. Okay, we figured that one out. Before we get in a half hour, it was so not on last time you were here.
Yeah, but you were right. You can hear. Yeah.
Kept this here.
You got the top piece.
I got the top piece. Happy fall. Happy fall, sir. Picked up a fresh...
Happy autumn leave.
Autumn leave?
Is the fall the autumn?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You have a Juris Doctorate. I do not know that the autumn's the fall.
I was hoping. You gave me a nice look, so I was like, maybe I'm wrong again.
No, you were right. I didn't know how many times we were going to clink glasses.
That was your confusion?
Yeah, I was like 3 times. We signified that this is that this is
I
a
like
thing.
to clink a lot before I toast.
You're a clinker.
Yes. 15, 20 clinks.
15 to 20 clinks.
Yeah. Come on, men. Cheers.
4.
You know, you just keep clinking till someone finally has to say something.
Well, are you a big if you're at a wedding, do you bang the glass with a spoon? Are you one of those?
Yeah, but I try to pin the speech on someone else.
Very unique strategy. How'd you get away with that?
It's selfish, yeah. If you really, I just clink it and go, Wiley, speech.
you command speeches from others,
but you do it. You do it slow, and you try to get a nice little campaign around the table going. People will jump in with you. Have you done this?
I didn't know this was a thing.
Rich, you're not living yet. This is a real thing. And your buddies, if you have buddies that kind of just, there's a little bit of just pack tribe mentality.
Okay.
College buddies, high school.
Yeah.
They're going to buy in. You look at your buddy, Steven. Wiley, speech. Clink, clink, clink. No, come on.
Can this be at any type of event? Or does this have to be at a wedding, funeral?
It's harder to get. Here's the thing.
Okay.
The more ridiculous the event for a speech, the chances, the lower the chances a speech happens. Yes. So, like, if you're just, like, out to dinner and you do this to your buddy, right? Tone, speech. It's going to die out because people are going to be like, this guy's fucking kind of a weirdo.
Right.
But if there's supposed to be a speech, they won't know really. And they'll go, oh, yeah, Wiley's speech. And now the guy's kind of in a rock and a hard place because he maybe thought about giving a speech.
I'm very confused as to what situations this would qualify.
Like, okay, there's lots of situations.
Okay.
Graduation. Perfect.
Okay.
Right?
It's like someone's sibling,
Yes.
someone's significant other.
Boom.
Great.
Yes.
Okay, I never even thought of this.
That's why I'm trying to school you up. Right now.
Well, thanks for telling me. I wish I had a notepad to write this down. This is genius. Cause impromptu speeches with people that do not like to public speak.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's kind of mean, and because like people definitely aren't. You sort of have to know the buddy you get with it.
Okay.
Like you don't want it to be like a total stranger. And like, a lot of my buddies have gotten out of it, pretty unscathed.
Okay.
Hey, I just wanted to toast to Rich for graduating, top of his class. We love you, Rich. Cheers. And then it backfires because you're like, God damn, that was solid.
That was a good speech. Yeah. So the goal is for failure.
I think it's a win-win for you, really, because, yes, you'd like to see the guy go down in flames, and you can just kind of elbow your buddy. You're like, wow, what a disaster that was. We started. But if he does well, then you get to go, all right, yeah, here we go. Way to go, Rich.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like this. I'm going to start doing this.
Yeah. Graduation. I'm going to start doing this. That's so funny. You're going to come back and be like, my buddy punched me in the face.
Oh, Matt, that did not work. I thought you could do that to strangers. I saw someone proposing in a restaurant.
Right. So, like, engagement, that's great.
That's a great time for it, yes.
Yes. Rehearsal dinner is almost a little too formal.
It's expected, I feel like.
Yes. You might get in trouble with, like, a girlfriend or something. or an uncle. If you just start kind of commanding speeches from people, like you need to be a little birthdays. If someone makes a big stink about their birthday,
Yes.
hit them with this.
Okay.
Right? Big tables, sushi, fusion.
I've been there too many
shishito
times.
peppers.
Yes.
Yes. Mike, speech. They don't even know. They're like, yeah, wait, what? Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah, speech, right? Birthday boy, speech.
Yeah, that's even really good. My buddy Dan Blooms, he's brilliant with that. He always goes after the birthday person.
Is his last name really Blooms, or is it a longer name?
You're really getting good.
Yeah,
It's a
Bloomfield, I
longer
feel
name.
like.
Yeah, but, cheers.
Is it Bloomfield?
It's Bloomfield, yeah.
Son of a bitch.
You're on fire. Look
God.
at this autumn cheers.
I've been pricing houses in Westport, I'll tell you that much. I would blend right in.
Yeah, Dan Bloomfield. Blooms, we call him.
Bloomy. Love it.
Bloomy, dude.
Let me ask you something. How important in this, I don't know if it's a game. I don't know what we're going to call this.
In this climate.
In this climate, I like
this
that.
economy.
Oh, my God. There's always an economy. In this economy, how important is a glass to this?
Oh, must have.
It's a must-have. I felt like it would be.
Yeah, that's a brilliant ask. Once again, that if you don't have, I think if people don't hear the clinking, it's harder to get them to like go into the automatic program
Yes.
that they have in there. That's like, yes, speech. If they hear the clink, it kind of snaps them into that.
It's subliminal. It's a subliminal speech
yes,
message.
it's subliminal.
Yes.
Brilliant. You really kind of want one of those long square tables too.
That would be perfect.
Do you know what I'm saying?
A round table doesn't hit the same as a
No,
long
because you're like
rectangle.
brilliant. Because if you're staring all at each other in the round, it's a little weird.
Stupid.
That's right. You want to be able to get away. You want to be able to send it down the line like a game of telephone a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I like that.
So they get the long square. Mike, speech. Come on. Yeah, Mike. You don't even know who start. You're like, Mike? Oh, Mike. Speech.
Yes.
You
go to the head of the table, but also to the middle of the table.
That's right. That's right.
I like this.
It's a lot of fun. There's one other thing like it I do, just as a side. This is an aside. It's in the same family as the try it on at Christmas. Do you do this?
I'm gonna put my glass down for this one. You force people to try it on the spot.
That's right. You got to try. Now, my family, it's a shame. I need to change families. Everyone's so hip to this in our family at this point that it's...
They're telling you to write new material. Then you're like, oh, yeah, speech. And they're like, no, we already know the speech, too. Matt, what's going on?
Yeah, there's almost no way to get it going in my family at this point. Try it on. But early on, like back when my grandma and we were doing big Christmases.
Okay.
You could get you get the aunt over and you get like some weird pant or sweater and a couple cousins, you're kind of behind people, and you're deep in the room. You're like, try it on, and they're like, what? Try it on, yeah. It's an overcoat, it's like, yeah, try it on, you spin, and people that it's similar to the speech. They sort of click into a program they have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Would you buy clothes for people specifically to do the try it on?
Yeah, so this was a joke in my extended family. They called it the Dickie. Have you heard of this?
I think he's like a turtleneck.
So everyone... Now, I think the original joke was just getting the Dickie.
Which is funny.
It is funny. That's the family joke, like my mom's side of the family. They give out a Dickie every year, and then they laugh at the sucker who gets it.
They give out a Dickie?
Yeah, like it gets re-gifted. Like,
it's the same Dickie.
Yeah. It's just this ugly Dickie sweater, and everyone laughs. By the way, my family's like kind of crazy with some stuff. Like on Easter, my uncle's hilarious. He puts in eggs, like little sayings, but the sayings are like super mean. They're like, "You're a loser. Way to go."
Wait.
Yeah, it's so funny.
We hopped to this real quick because the Dickie's insane.
The Dickie's insane. I didn't even finish.
This is crazier. He just took the idea of a fortune cookie, made it mean, and put Christianity on it.
That's right. And it's like, but there's like my family, like, we had like $400 in eggs to be found on the property.
Like $400 of
Cash.
Like, cash in the eggs.
Yes, like an Easter egg hunt with like that much cash.
I don't know what that means. Is that $400 eggs or is that $400 eggs?
What's the second one there?
400 eggs with $1 in it.
Oh, no, it's like $50 in one, couple 20s.
This is a Westport Easter.
I know.
I like this. This is classy.
Yeah. I was embarrassed at one point because we didn't find all the money. And so one year I'm like, Dad, I think like somewhere on our property there's just like $50 cash. Like, that's so embarrassing.
You had it at your estate?
Yeah, I wouldn't know. Well, we sold it now. I don't know if it's an estate, but our house.
You had a rock wall there. You did pretty well. No one has a rock wall and isn't doing well.
That's right. We had it there. But listen, to try it on, we would give out the dickie, but then we tacked on the try it on bit.
So is that
See
where
what I'm
try
saying?
it on originated?
Yes.
Did you come up with it?
I don't know. It sounds like me because I like these bits that put other people in small inconveniences.
It's very funny.
Yeah, like another.
It's a hilarious prank.
Do you like stuff like, God, I don't know why I love stuff like that.
I wouldn't do it.
Yeah,
But if I saw you in the room, I'd be like, oh, okay, there's going to be. And it could be at my expense, too. But I'm going to be like, you know what? It's going to be.
Yes.
People are going to have fun.
So you're one of those. Yeah. See, that's what's great about you. Cheers.
Cheers again.
Yes.
5.
The autumn cheers. One of these pranks that my friends really became just not enthused with was my press every button in the elevator.
Okay.
For like 10 years, every time.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you first get in?
Yep.
Oh, that's annoying.
Annoying. And like people would like box me out after a while because they knew it was coming. Because I would just press every button and then howl as we took the local to like the 20th floor.
The local.
You know what I mean? Because like we'd be
Yes, I know exactly what you mean. That's a hilarious name to give it.
We'd be getting to like Vegas, for a bachelor party, and everyone's so fired up, and I can't deal with how fired up everyone is, and I'm just like, fuck you, idiots.
You bring everyone down.
That's right. I need everyone to come down a little bit, and we get in the elevator, it's like, dude, sick. Dude, the clubs are going to be sick. I'm like, oh, everything's going to be sick. And I just push every button. They're like, no.
When did you start that?
I'd have to think about that. I don't know when I started the elevator prank.
Is it still going on?
I don't really do it as much now.
Because I was going to say, there was a time where you
Yeah.
had a lot going on. And that elevator prank had to take up 10 minutes that you could not lose.
Oh, that's hilarious. I thought you were saying, like, there was a time in my life where I had a lot going on in terms of, like, different pranks.
No, I feel like you're a guy who plays out a prank. And you'll play it out, and as you play it out, you're constructing the next prank.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, I just put up with it. The time,
It's worth it.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's really.
It's not. But it also is.
Try it out, people. I mean, there's a magic to it because your buddy, let me just tell you right now, your buddy's going to be annoyed at you for like the first 2 floors, and then he's going to see the true hilarity of it.
It is a parabola
Yes,
of funniness, very much like your sets now.
That's right.
Which is an inverse parabola usually.
That's right.
This is a regular parabola.
That's right.
What floor do you have to hit for it to be like, all right, now it's got back to annoying?
It gets better.
Like 2, it starts to get funny.
Yeah.
When does it start to become less funny?
I think it's funny like right before you leave because you're like, all right, it's over. I think it's less funny. I think it's like it's a little less funny like right in the after like, you break down a little bit. You're like, oh, this is good. And then you're like, this is still stupid though. Maybe
Okay.
like the 10, maybe if you're going to 20, if you got 20 floors,
You've done this to 20
That's a
floors?
lot, though. I usually don't. I'll even do it like for one floor. So like when we were in Ohio, we were doing the Courtyard Marriott. We were doing the movie.
Okay.
We only had 3 floors, and we would get in at the end of the day, and I would like hit the second floor.
That's funny.
You know,
That's
hey guys, cheer up, bang, second floor. Who's going to the second floor? You know, no one. Apparently you are. Yeah. Yeah, give it a try though. It's not bad.
I only did one prank. I didn't do it often. It was 7th to 8th grade I did this.
Oh wow, I love this.
We had I think every middle school in America had this Otis Spunkmeyer cookies.
Whoa, what the hell's that?
Do you remember, they were like underbaked cookies. You got 3 for $1.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people. I don't know exactly what the overhead and the what the economic structure was of these cookies.
Yeah.
But I don't think being underbaked was like the selling point.
Yeah.
It was essentially cookie dough. I don't know why I'm going so into I just spent an hour on the cookies alone.
Yeah, but these sound like, I mean, come on, these sound interesting.
3 for $1.
Yeah, which is like
amazing deal.
Yes, and also kind of concerning.
It was very concerning.
Right?
I mean, I
Like-
was packing on the pounds then, you know. 7th grade, there's no more weight limit in football. You can weigh whatever you want. You still get to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, coach.
Honey bun season?
8th grade baseball.
Yo.
My dad coached me in baseball. Our assistant coach was one of the moms. She got a job in the snack shop, flossing me slushies, flossing me these
Rick.
cookies, pro bono. Oh, if I hit a home run the day before, Hardy, I get a pretzel. Pretzels were only $3.
Let me tell you something. You got to pin something here for me. Remind me to tell you the Eric Furiello bit.
Eric Furiello?
Yeah, you can keep
Okay.
going.
Eric Furiello.
Yes.
So, what was I even getting to? So the prank I did with the cookies.
Yes.
Everyone would get these cookies.
Yeah.
Right? So what I do is we'd all be like, oh my God, Ryan. We'd talk, we're chatting, we're gossiping. We'd have one cookie.
Right.
We're talking, we're chatting. We'd have 2 cookies.
Right.
We're sitting, we're talking.
Right.
Whoever the person next to me was, I go, ha, and I'd slap the cookie out of their hand.
Not bad. Really not bad.
I laughed every time.
Can I say that's not bad, Rich?
Thanks.
Here's why. Because it's, once again, right up my alley. Give me a touch of inconvenience.
That's all it was.
Now, that is an inconvenience. My last cookie. Now, you've had 2.
Right.
You really shouldn't break into a panic.
I let them have 2.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be, that's the zone. Do you see the zone I'm talking about?
It's a very fine line.
Because that's right. Because then you turn into the weird, because I don't like these other guys too. Big pranksters.
I hate a big prank.
I don't like that.
I hate it.
Big prank, like this, like, oh my God, like you came back and like your wife is now a dog, you know, or some weird shit. And you're like,
I don't even know what type of prank that is.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, how'd they even do this? You know, this is the weirdest thing ever. I don't like it. You know,
Are you talking about magic tricks now?
they've split your wife in half. She's got a sword coming out of her. You're like, this is ridiculous. All right. No, but big pranks even like, oh, where's my car? You know,
Okay.
like you move the car. I can't think of any big pranks. It's how much I hate them.
I know. Let me ask you something. Did you do a senior prank?
Yes, it was not good.
This is never good. I was about to say they're never good. Ever. There's never been a good, except for that one. Do you remember? It might have been a little after your time.
This is the best thing ever because I was about to say that the only great senior prank are the senior pranks in the imagination, and then you went right into one.
MTV. Do you remember MTV had that show about
show?
senior pranks? It might have been a little after your time.
The Real World?
No, it was a whole show dedicated to senior pranks in high school.
Oh, really?
Great show, but like
Maybe I do remember that.
it might have because I was in high school. So I don't think. Yeah, you probably in
Then there
law
was a
school
good
or something.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, when were you at the end of your thingy? Your high school thingy?
Ours sucked. It was
No, I was 03, I'm saying. When did you
11.
Yeah, see, I can't believe our age difference sometimes.
Yeah.
That's stunning. I don't feel much old. Do you feel? I feel like you might be older than me.
There's some comedy. People in comedy, I have no idea what's going on with them.
It's a maturity thing, though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah. Think a reasonable guy here, like in your place.
I'm trying to be an adult.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know how old you are. Tobin quit his job. What the hell's going on with the world?
It's so true. In comedy, you have no idea.
No, Tobin was the king of the world. Now he's quitting his job and following Fish on concert. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I looked up to you, both physically and metaphorically.
Yeah, now I got to refocus. He's out there on the road. Dude.
What are we talking about? Senior pranks.
Senior pranks.
What was your senior prank?
Wait, but first I want to say,
okay,
the best thing about senior pranks is not only are they bad, it's the mythology around the one great one some year ago. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
78. Everyone came, right? Nude. Just do a big circle around the school. Yeah. And you're like, wait, what? Like, that isn't even, wow, I love how my pranks are just so off the wall.
Yeah, I have no idea what type of life you lived to have these example of pranks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Listen, here's one but they do. There's this mythos around, like, the great prank, like, or you know what there was more of the mythology around? They would tell you how to do it. They go, here's what you do. You get 3 pigs.
Always farm animals were involved in the greatest prank.
So embarrassing for both us and the animals. Why were we so... Listen, this is what you do. You get a goat, a chicken, all right? They have sex. You're like, dude, this is not a prank. Okay?
I think it's illegal.
Yeah. And let's go. Here's the thing. 3 pigs. Did you hear the 3 pig one?
Yeah, you put like 1, 2, and 4. And then...
It's in the lexicon.
Right, everyone knows now.
Ours was here's how bad ours was.
Okay.
We get up. I wasn't even part of this. I just heard about it. We get up. Some people put rocks in front of the entrance to the school.
Okay.
Like a bunch of rocks and shit, so you couldn't get in.
Gotcha.
Then we had this guy, this RoboCop kind of guy that worked at the high school.
Okay, secure. Okay.
Yeah.
I know what you said.
So then this guy apparently got a few other guys, moved the rocks before school started.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of the great, literally nothing occurred. It's hard to even it's almost not even fun to hear about. Such a weak prank.
And then that
was the prank.
That was it.
We didn't do anything else. We I'll tell you this, to save face, we did have a senior skip day.
Yes.
That tore the country down. We had a legendary senior skip day.
Okay, now I don't even know what that means.
Yeah.
You threw it party?
Yes.
Rager.
Whose
house?
My buddy D's.
Fucking D.
Yo, Shap D's.
Shap D's?
Yep. Shappy D's, lickety split, testing the waters. Shap D's.
Okay.
Galt. Lived in Galt. Pool, backyard.
Is Galt a town? Oh, I didn't know what that means.
It was a like a development in Westport.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, very nice, very nice.
Here's why it was so killer, though. The attendance.
Everyone.
I'm not talking everyone. We're talking like movie everyone. We're in Can't Hardly Wait. You see the kid from Quantum Physics you never said one word to. That guy was actually shit rocked.
Yes.
It was actually that kind of part. You were like, whoa, yo, we've never crossed that big.
Was it only Westport High, or did other schools also attend?
That's epic. I think it was only Westport High. Staples High. Yes.
Oh, you went to Staples?
Yes.
Okay.
But before I forget,
Eric.
Yes, to reference your story, because you were talking about the slushies. This guy's mom, we have a slush puppy machine and a honey bun snack bar
Ooh.
We had like a snack bar.
I like that.
Chocolate cookies. They had this thing called the Manny Special.
Okay.
Yeah. It was this guy who worked there, Manny.
I assume.
Yeah. So he put ice cream in between two cookies.
He invented the chipwich.
Yes.
Does he have IP rights on the chipwich?
He wouldn't be working there.
I can't tell you that much.
Yeah, if he had figured that out. I don't think so. But, and now looking back, like, Jesus, no wonder I was falling asleep in English.
Oh, everything makes sense at the end of the day.
Right?
Yeah.
It really does. Like, I mean, we were eating fruit roll-ups, Manny's Specials. The slushy machine was going. You had one, right? You said you had one.
We had a slushy machine
Yeah.
in middle school, not in high school.
Middle school.
In
Sorry,
middle school,
no,
we
I'm
had
talking about
one.
middle school.
Oh, we're still in middle school.
Yeah, middle school I'm talking about right now.
Can I ask you a question about the Manny Special?
Yeah.
Was the ice cream soft or hard?
Soft.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, it's absurd.
It's difficult.
He had to put it in a bowl. It came in a bowl.
The special came in a bowl?
Yes.
And did you eat it with a spoon?
Yep.
Even the cookies?
Yep. You really, because, again, it wasn't really a full chipwich. You didn't have the hard ice cream.
Right.
You couldn't grip the thing.
That's my curiosity here.
Yes.
So the cookies would just become damp due to the ice cream? And
Cookies were really, they stood up. There was a constitution to them. They were big cookies.
What a terrific word to use to describe cookies. There was a constitution to them. That's fantastic.
The cookies were stoic. There was a nice constitution. Listen, here's...
Yeah, you went to fucking law school because these are good words.
Yeah, this is a word day. All right? Everyone, get ready. Autumn. Dude, you gotta... let me finish my DC. I'm fucking... look at this.
Yeah, dude. I'm going on my next DC.
You're a legend, bro.
Yeah, dude. When it comes to DCs, I take them down. It's the fall. It's DC season.
It is. I think I technically said I like DP in the fall, but I kind of like DC too.
Yeah, I forgot, and I wasn't going to listen back, so I just bought the one that was in front of me.
Realistically, DC's better.
That is allowed into the mic. All right,
Yeah.
so Eric.
So listen, in the Manny Special, I'm not saying the thing was good. I'm saying it existed, right? So the chipwich is superior. Anyway, long story short, this guy Ferriello, God bless his heart, he took a couple hard L's in middle school and high school. So his mom, and good on her, because she was trying to help us out, was like a health nutritionist, and she gets the snack bar and the slushies removed.
Oh, bitch. What a bitch.
Mic drop, bro. In middle school, it's the only thing kids care about.
That happened to me in elementary school. We would
Really?
get ice cream at the end of the, you could pay $1 for an ice cream. Some mom said, this is unhealthy. They should get fruit. And I was 200 pounds in 5th grade. I said, you cunt.
That's funny.
I stood up in the PTA meeting where she said fruit, and I said, you cunt.
It's the funniest thing I've heard in a month. I was 200 pounds. All I needed was a piece of fruit.
All I wanted was a toasted almond bar. You know a good humor toasted almond bar? That's all I looked forward to.
It's such a shame. These women were ahead of their time.
They
legitimately
were correct.
Yes. But it was too early. We couldn't see it. The kids couldn't see it. I don't think a lot of parents could see it.
No.
Because I'll tell you what, if they had read the room, they would have been like, do not do that to your son. He can't. This kid's got to walk around school.
The social
They're
consequences.
addicts. They're sugar addicts.
Yep.
That's all
they have. That's all they have.
These kids were going into English. Ice cream, cookies, fruit roll-ups, and now you got them going in on a fucking thing of lettuce.
Let me ask you this. How did this affect Manny's employment?
Manny Specials was gone. It was gone,
Fuck!
dude. It was gone. It was all, let's say, this guy, Kobe Blunt, legend.
Kobe Blunt?
Yeah. He literally, I think a couple other people, just literally rode Eric into the ground on this.
Rightfully so.
This by proxy, but it's by proxy. It's a proxy grounding.
Again, fantastic verbiage you're using.
That's what I'm saying. Right? This guy, it's not even his problem.
No.
It's like a third party beatdown, okay? It's brutal, man. It's brutal. So everyone's going, all I remember was just, hey, Ferriello, why don't you get a slushie? You know?
That's tough.
F word. You know, Luke, fuck you. Get us a slushie. Get a non-stop. You know, right when he came in the morning sometimes. You know, like homeroom.
To start your day with that. Because it's going to go for the rest of the day.
Brutal, dude. Brutal. And then he had another brutal this. Good on Eric. Eric's a great guy. Shout out to Eric.
Shout out. Cheers to Eric.
Cheers to Eric.
Six.
This guy wears, ahead of his time again, he wears like a capri. Do you remember capri pants?
Yeah.
They were like, he wore these pants that were like kind of stylish, and no one was wearing them at the time, right? And they looked like capris, but they were like really long shorts.
I don't like this.
Yes.
Is he homosexual?
No. He just sported them one day, and this is the problem. You remember the times where what you wore? This is the first day is back at fall.
Okay.
To speak on our fall. Boom. Okay.
7.
You remember this? You bought like a polo or like a pair of pants. You were like, this is going to change my life.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. And it was one specific piece of clothing.
Yes. That's right.
It also could be shoes.
Yep, absolutely. Could be a lid.
Could be ooh, that's a certain amount of trash. If you chose a hat that was going to change your life that year.
Well, this shows you how much I struggled. Listen, it could be any, but you remember going, wait till Thursday comes.
Every year.
It was like red carpet.
Yes.
It was like red carpet.
Yes.
Here we go. Then you came into the cafeteria in my school. That's where it was.
That's what the entrance was for your school, was the cafeteria.
You went up a little hill and then banked right, and then wham! Everyone in the school is checking out your digs.
Okay.
And you're going, hey, you know, whatever you decided.
Right.
It was tough.
You were flaunting whatever that article of clothing was.
That polo. You know, usually it was one of these. Oh, I love this. Usually it was one of these. You bought a sweater that just had a stripe and like 2 other stripes, tinier above it. And you were like, I like this. This is a good look.
That was big when you were in high school. The early 2000s, that was big then.
It was huge.
Little before G Unit. This was like... This is a pre-G Unit, but like right before.
That's
right before G Unit.
Minutes before G Unit.
Some would say minutes.
So much so that I was bumping Lloyd Banks heavy.
This all makes sense. The timeline all makes sense.
In high school. Like late high school.
Lloyd Banks. Wow.
Dude, Lloyd Banks was it.
Yeah, he hit.
For a minute, dude. Because I used to roll around my boy Nick's in the Camaro black T-tops. Pop those suckers off. You know T-tops?
I'm familiar.
Okay. So that's sick.
That is sick. That's also a very wealthy suburban move.
You would think so. Yeah, I mean, it was an old school Camaro though. It was like 81 or some shit.
Really?
Yeah, maybe late 80s.
I'm shocked he was like allowed that they did that for him.
Yeah.
That's like insulting the car.
Well, no, he rocked it. Nick's rocked it.
Okay.
He was like one of the only black guys in the school.
That helps.
Like fucking great personality, great guy. Like, we were bumping tunes.
Well, Lloyd Banks.
Here's the bumping Lloyd Banks. Here's the other thing. 2 10-inch subwoofers in the back. I mean.
The subwoofers in the back of the car.
Dude.
Let me ask you a question.
Go for it.
How many times did you take that Camaro into the parking lot of a McDonald's or Wendy's and blast those subwoofers? How many times?
Okay, well, my buddy Nick's went to McDonald's all the time. So we went in there pretty steady.
Yeah.
Pretty steady. But we were giving it to you really heavy like fucking boxing you out with those things,
Okay.
like an issue. Like maybe you're distracted down at the beach.
Amazing.
Yes. Amazing. Late night too. Roll through that beach.
Yep.
Ugh, we'll say it. Easy access brewski bag. We used to do.
I mean, of course.
I know, all right?
Listen,
Boys
will be boys.
And this was great because it was just a knapsack, right? And it was just right behind in the little space there.
Not too complicated.
That's right. Yo, grab me a brewsk soda. Just reach back there. You called it the easy access brewski bag. Now, Jeff had another car that my dad thought was the funniest thing in the entire world, which was this old Saab that had like no muffler.
Okay.
It was mad funny. Its system was a disaster. It had like no muffler, and my dad used to joke that you could, because Jeff lived like literally 2 minutes from me.
Okay.
And he used to pick me up for school every day. So you could like hear him like down, like
Pulling out of his fucking driveway.
Yeah. So the Camaro was a heavy upgrade.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling I know the answer, but I'm going to ask anyway.
Yeah.
Were you the kid, or a group of kids,
Yeah.
but I'll say, were you the kid to hang out in the parking lot before school started?
No.
I had a feeling.
You did it. You thought no, or you thought yes?
I felt no.
Oh, wow. Good for you.
Because you weren't a burnout.
No, and we weren't like, that wasn't really too much of a thing before school.
Really? Even for
Yeah.
the burnouts?
Yeah, it wasn't really like, you know where they did that? The cafeteria.
Really?
Yeah. There
Okay.
were a bunch of people, not a bunch, but there'd be people just like sitting there who weren't going to class. But like, you wouldn't, you know what? Maybe I'm wrong actually. Maybe there was some burnout action. I just don't remember actually. Because,
You're an athlete.
yeah.
Special teams captain.
I was this kid. I was straddling the line. So I was the kid that was smart enough to hang out and be with all this in the smart classes, all the smart ass kids.
Right.
But then socially, I chose to go the route of the football team and the popular. So I could do both, though.
You were in both worlds. You play an instrument? Can I guess what you played?
That's the funniest question. To have true passion in your eyes to know the answer to that is just so great. Did you play an instrument?
Because I feel like you did.
Yes, I did play an instrument.
Can I guess what instrument?
Go for it.
Tenor sax.
Whoa! Woo! Not a bad guess. Trumpet.
Trumpet.
Yes. Now, I will say I sucked.
You got big lips.
Yeah, you'd think maybe I'd be good now. I wasn't very good then. Nick's also played the trumpet.
Black kid.
He was very good.
You only had two options. Trumpet or sax. There's a 50-50 guess on that one.
Yeah, in the jazz band. Yeah.
He was in jazz band.
Yeah, he was good. He was like, and my grandfather played the trumpet, and he wanted me to be as good as Jeff. I remember he was like, Matt, you got to practice. Jeff would play the trumpet once or twice for my grandfather.
What?
Yeah. He was like, wow, that's good.
That's weird.
No, we're all friends. He was just a friend. We knew he was good at the trumpet.
Yeah, but that's a weird thing to do, to play the trumpet for your friend's grandfather. That's a
You
weird
think so?
thing.
But he was a great trumpet player, my grandfather.
I'm sure. That's a weird thing to do. He could have been Miles Davis. It's a weird thing to do.
Yeah, looking back, I'll have to ask Jeff about it.
Yeah, see what his feelings were.
He's going to be like, that was one of the weirdest days of my life.
You know how you don't like performing for one person in the audience? It's the same thing for Jeff, except he was 16 playing the trumpet.
Yeah, hey, Jeff, play that trumpet for me. Jeff was telling a story the other day how we almost got kicked out of band because I mooned the band leader.
Really?
And she caught me, yeah. I don't even really remember this. But yes, I tried to play the trumpet. You know, it didn't really work.
What chair were you?
I don't remember. It was towards the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was already leaning into the comedy roots there,
Oh, yeah?
Just sort of like, oh, yeah, band. This sucks.
You never went to your lessons, did you? You had the lessons during the school day? You never went to a lesson?
Oh, no. I didn't even practice.
No.
I was just like, fuck this.
Right.
I was doing schoolwork. Oh, but just to finish the Fariello tale.
Yeah, so finish that. What else did he get into?
No, so
So that even one specific tale's not done.
So that tale, that's the last tale, but it's a tale. The guy goes, he wears these shorts, comes into the display room in the cafeteria.
Okay.
Oh, first day back. What are peeps rocking?
Of course.
Eric's got on these short pants, and then you hear from, Eric's wearing capris, right? Which were like women's pants or something.
Which I believe they still are.
Yeah. By the end of the day, this thing had picked up so much traction, the Western Humanities teacher made Eric take the pants off.
No way.
I swear to God. Because they were a distraction. Come on.
I've never heard someone be such a distraction fashion-wise that they were required to change. I've heard people wear insulting things on T-shirts and were forced to change. I've heard that before.
No.
I've never heard that your decision of fashion could alter the school.
Unbeknownst to you. Just doing your best.
What was
terrible? It's terrible. It's terrible that the teacher did that. It's terrible that but it caught on. It just caught. It was just caught. Stuff happens,
and it's before cell phones and everything were really big. So that really must have been a tough look. Tough.
Cell phones were going around. I always say this. We had it better than the kids have it now because the bullying was on it was on like a 9 to 5 because you had to be at school.
Right. I mean, you had AIM, did you not?
Nah, AIM came late. AIM came pretty late.
AIM came late.
I was clear late mid to high school. AIM when I knew AIM when it was like weirdos in group chats.
Interesting.
Yeah, like people weren't even chatting with each other. It was all like group chats with like
that blew my mind.
Yeah.
That was before my time. I didn't know anything. I remember I was in 5th grade and we had computer class and they were telling us about these chat rooms. And our teacher was like, does anyone in here go into the chat rooms and talk to strangers? And this one girl, Rachel Ferrara, raised her hand and says, I'm in there all the time talking to strangers.
I'm in there all the time, Miss Gartzka.
She was also a new kid when she just joined the school. So I was like, who are you trying to fucking impress? They're in these chat rooms. How do you even get on? You don't even know how to get onto a chat room.
These chat rooms were fucking crazy.
Little did I know she's being fucking groomed by these cyber stalkers.
Yeah. That's what it was a lot of, though. It was like
yeah, that's all.
Yeah,
Would you like a DC?
Yeah, freshen me up.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. It's not cold.
No.
But I'll give it to you.
Maybe I'll go tall boy. Is this still cold? Oh, yeah. Look at this.
You're going to go with that?
Look how much DC we got here, people. This is a DC party.
No, we're sponsored by DC. And I said
I'm going out of the can.
Oh, you're just going to go straight out of the can. And I told you about the guy on TikTok straight up stealing DC from you. What the fuck is that?
I gotten that twice now. I'll tell you right now, I'm doing it in my sets. So there's going to come to a real head.
Yeah. You got the IP on that.
That's what I'm saying. We're going to crash into each other.
Eventually.
Because I was doing DC bits last night.
I heard you crushed.
Yeah. Because I'm like posting about it.
Yeah. I saw you posted that you crushed.
And I put a song that was like killing. It was like a killing song.
Oh, I didn't hear the song.
Yeah, okay.
I just saw.
Good. Because I was slightly embarrassed about that. No, I had a good. Honestly, it was just it was fun set. Yeah.
Good. My
Yeah.
show got canceled again. Shout out fucking Barrel Street Ale House. 2 weeks in a row now. You guys fucking suck.
Dude, this guy doing the DC though. No, it's good. It's honestly better. It's good to have. I'd rather have people like.
It's in being embraced.
That's what I'm saying. And it could potentially lead to more exposure for my DC stuff.
Yes.
Who knows? That's the DC way.
Also, that guy on TikTok, he's not eating healthy.
No, but I also respect. He actually made me laugh because I thought I was going to be annoyed, and then he goes and he said something like, he goes, I'm going to have. It was like early morning. He goes, I'm going to have a DC like a gentleman.
Yeah,
and I was like, I like this guy.
Yeah, nah, he'd be a good hang.
You know what I mean? I'm like, fuck that, man. I don't give a shit. This guy's doing it right. Like, fuck, I won't have a DC with this guy.
Yeah, this guy. You just start a podcast with that guy, the DC Pod. And people are going to think it's all about DC Comics. Nope, just people that enjoy a Diet Coke.
Once again, you're on fire. Last night, I'm doing some crowd work about DC, and I'm talking about the movie theater, and the guy goes, I go, do you know what a DC is? And he goes, yeah, like the comics.
What an idiot.
DC but he was trying to be funny, and I was like, he was like, you're talking about the movies, right? And I get and I get this huge laugh because I was like, oh, look at that. That was a real joke. So I was like, that was like the first real joke of this set. It was so great.
Chip Cup.
Chip Cup. Yeah, dude. Yeah, the DC comic Marvel universe.
Well, I had a whole thing I was going to ask you today. But we never get to it.
Come on. We're made it to 46.
46 without even touching it. And it kind of does touch on what I wanted to ask you, because we're talking about the time, the age. I wanted to know what part-time jobs you had.
Oh, that's a brilliant question. You really want to go down that right now?
No, well, I don't think we have the time.
We don't. We really don't. Let me tell you, I've worked more part-time jobs.
Really?
Than anyone on the planet.
Can I ask you
Here's
this?
a little sampler.
Sample
me.
me.
Okay, Jimmy John's night shift.
No fucking way.
People, 8 to 4 a.m. Thanks for coming out.
When did that happen?
Yeah, that's right. What else do you want? J. Crew's stockroom.
Oh, that's not good, Hardy.
Stockroom, people.
Hardy.
Busboy Italian restaurant when I was 15.
But J. Crew in the early 2000s, you had to be a model. Yeah. To put you in the back is the most insulting thing they could have done.
No, they had me in the stockroom with this other guy that was definitely on the spectrum. It was a whole thing. Good job. Not bad.
Good bennies.
I got fired. This is such, Rich, I used to work at a country club called Rolling Hills every summer, and I was fired on multiple occasions. Went in
from the same location?
Yeah, listen, ledge. This is ledge stuff. I go in multiple occasions and convince the guy out of firing me.
No.
Yes.
Same guy fired you each time?
Yeah, 3 times. He fired
the same
me.
guy?
Yes, this guy Chris.
What was your position?
We don't really know. That was the goddamn problem. There's nothing better than pouring yourself a DC with a good cackle. Yeah, continue.
I'm just loving life over here.
Yeah,
you got a DC and you're getting fired when you're 13. Having a blast.
3 times. No, I was a lazy fucker. I wasn't doing the job. I was supposed to be like clearing tables and shit. And I was just hanging with my buddy Dave, who also worked with me. Shout outs to Dave Kennedy.
Shouts.
Who had a real solid work ethic every summer, and they made him bartender. But he kind of got away with one because when you got made assistant bartender, they stayed out of your hair. So like every time like dinners would come up, everyone else was running around like crazy person. You just got to stand behind the bar, make drinks, stay out of it.
So then what's your position during the dinner rush?
So I was supposed to be like taking tables, clearing stuff, but oftentimes I would just I would just hang with Dave.
Okay.
You know, hey, I'm going to go. A lot of times I go out to the golf course where he was like, you know, doing like the cart, bartending out on the course.
At night?
Day. And I just go chill out there.
Okay.
I was a rover, which wasn't a position, so I was repeatedly fired.
Right.
So
yeah, this is making sense now.
Without question.
Because you can't put on a resume, what was your position? I was a rover. What were your responsibilities? Yes.
I was a rover. Yes. So, oh God, that's too good. It does make sense. Oh, this is the other thing I want to say. We were getting shit tanked. We were
of
getting
course.
So this was not helping. You know what I'm saying? We're coming in so hungover, Rich. I mean, it would defy gravity. This level of hangover. Okay, I don't even know what that means.
Neither do I, but I do.
That's what I'm saying. You started like floating off the earth. You were like, I'm so hungover, dude. I'm not even on the ground. So he kept firing me. God, well, we might have to save some of this for another podcast.
I know this is tough. I'm sorry. I just opened Pandora's box.
No. It's such a phenomenal question, but we should at least wrap up with a little bit of the this fire. He would bring me in. He would can me. He'd be like, you can't.
What was his name?
Chris.
Classic.
Yes. And he got brought in from like another country club. There was like word of him as he arrived.
He's a country club manager connoisseur?
Yes. And he spoke this way. He would be like, there's never enough spoons in the business. He would always say that.
What does that mean?
It was like a country club, like a dad joke?
Yeah.
It was like that, but for country club managers.
Spoons?
Yeah,
Is that a racial term?
No, like literal spoons. He would like come up to you and be like, never enough spoons in the biz. And you were like, oh, this is so weird, Chris. Plus, we have enough spoons.
By the way, our spoon supply's fantastic. There's always been enough spoons.
Stop trying to make this work.
Right.
Me and my buddy Dave loved it. We were like, oh, wait, here he comes. He's going to give us the bit. So this fucker fires me. So here's the thing. I can't go home. Fire. My dad, no, don't work.
Who got you the job?
He sent me right back out. Me and my buddy Dave went there.
You just walked in and you're like, hey.
My dad, when summer hit, man, you opened up Pandora's box. When
Fuck.
summer hit, he put you in a pair of khakis. He was like, get in a pair of khakis, freshen up your resume, and he would kick you into town.
Really?
Yeah. No, you're not hanging out around here. You ain't doing any of that. Go get yourself a job. I respect the shit out of it now because, like, those like, part-time job, like, met people, got outside of my comfort zone, outside of my own head, learned what fucking, like, actually meant to work, enjoyed a lot of those, like, found out I enjoyed some of that stuff, like, certain things, that I was like, this is cool. Plus, I was out,
Yeah.
I had blasts. Like, I ended up having some of the best times. But I could not sit it. Like, whenever summer hit, there was this window where I was like, fuck, I better get a gig fast.
Yeah, because your dad would be on your ass.
Each day, it was like, nah, we're at day 8.
Oh, you went that long?
There was it's tough. You're like a 16-year-old just wandering around town. Plus, I was kind of like a little stubborn sometimes. I was like, I really don't want to go there to work.
Right.
They'd have the help wanted sign, but you knew everyone was going to be coming in to get chicken parms from you. I worked at the local deli, Fortuna's.
Okay.
I mean, so many stories, dude. Got my buddy John Torrey a job. He was fired in 3 days.
3 of them.
3 days. Yeah. 3.
Was there a spot in town that was like the spot to work at?
Yes. Athletic Shoe Factory.
That makes a lot of sense.
Rich, you're like a guy playing like Minecraft or like one of those games or Battleship.
Yeah.
Where you put in the coordinates and you're like, wait, you're like, is this a hit? And when you get a hit, you're like, yes, I knew, I really did know.
But that was for guys. Because like in my town in Syosset, the place to work were like the hot people, men and women.
Yeah.
Ralph's Italian Ice. To this day, if you go to Ralph's, there will be hot high schoolers working at Ralph's. They know who to hire.
They're like Abercrombie.
Very similar. Well, let me tell you something. I didn't get a job.
Yeah, no, I didn't. That was more like the lifeguards for us.
Lifeguard was a very similar position.
There were a couple of baddie lifeguards. But lifeguard, Athletic Shoe Factory was like where it was just a dope gig because you were a couple older kids worked there.
That's good. That's good.
You're in Kicks. You're working with Kicks.
Discount?
Yup. Sick discount. And like there was some amount of respectability for some. Like you weren't like, yes, you got to like try on some shoes, but you weren't like, it wasn't like my brother, it wasn't like working at the dump. My brother worked at the dump.
In high school?
Yeah. Legendary. My brother was a legend. He was driving around in the dump truck.
In high school?
For 2-3 years.
Is that legal?
Yeah.
Was he in the
legal.
union?
No. But he was like picking up roadkill. Legendary, like real
What?
workman kind of stuff.
The Hardys are fucking wild people.
Why? Because my dad, though, I'm telling you, he was like, go, and I'm more of a guy that, like, I don't dislike a little blue collar handwork.
Right.
I'm not, like, I kind of get more annoyed with, like, I'd rather you be like, move all of this pile of shit than be like, put up a good face for these people.
Yes.
And I one time I said to a guy at this O'Neill's, I got fired from an Irish pub. I was a waiter there for about 4 weeks.
Okay.
Got fired.
You had very short stints.
Because I was insane. I was an insane person. I was getting shit rocked. I got a DUI when I was at that place.
This is what we're going to do.
Bro.
This is what we're going to do. We're just going to keep going with this. We're going to make this a 2-part episode.
Yeah.
Because I truly think I hit on an oil, oil
Yes.
spurting from the ground.
We can keep, well, what time is it? Because I actually have, like.
You got what time?
Yeah.
Why did I go to look at that? Where's your phone? Do you have a phone? What time is it?
Oh, 8:22.
When'd you have to go?
Somewhat soon.
Fuck. Okay.
Well, we can do another one. We'll do another one.
We'll do another one. Okay.
do
But
another
I'm glad I hit.
No,
on
you
such
hit
a great,
because there's so much here, bro. And I will finish out the these two things. Like the O'Neill's one, they were like, you're fired. And I was like, why? And he was like, because it looks like you don't want to be here. And I literally said to him, I was like, I don't.
That's fair.
Fair, right? The other guy was so legendary because he kept bringing me in. And so anyway, so my dad's back at home, and I'm like, I can't get fired. Like, otherwise I'm going to have to find another job.
Right.
So, like, the necessity would click in to keep the job.
Now,
and I would be like, listen. I would be like, listen, I know, like, I would come clean. I would be like, I know I'm running around. Like, I honestly totally apologize. I'm very sorry about this. Like, give me, like, tonight. Let me show you tonight, like, how I can actually do it. Like, and if after tonight you're like, no, you're done, totally respect it, but I can show you. And then I would go out, work hard for like a week.
Right.
And then slowly begin to fade into oblivion. And then he would can me again.
This might be a stupid question.
Yeah.
So I apologize if this is, and you're like the obvious answer. Could you not just lie to your dad that you had still had the job?
I wasn't very good at lying.
Okay, well, there you go.
When I was younger. Now. I was. Yeah, that's a great question. That's like a question my friends used to be like, can't you just lie to your dad about like being high or like staying out late?
That's a little different.
And I was like, I just like, you saw right through me.
I just, because you would just go home and be like,
yeah,
how was work? You're like, good. Then you just leave the next day when you were supposed to work and go find a job during that time. I've never been fired from a job. No big deal.
That's how you could do. I think actually that's not the word. Like if you had to go find another one, yes, you could do it like that.
Right.
And my dad was somewhat reasonable. Like if I lost the job, there would still be like, he would be like, okay, go find another one.
Of course.
But it wouldn't, but like as time went on, it was like, why haven't you found, like there's places, like my parents would come home like, we saw a help wanted sign.
Oh, yeah.
At Oscars. Get a pair of khakis on. I'm like, oh my God, I got to go over to Oscars with my resume
like
right
an
now?
asshole?
Yeah, I've been treating the guy there like shit for 4 years. I don't want to go to Oscars, Mom. Christ. Leave me out of this.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So, part-time jobs, bro, I can't even the Jimmy John's we didn't even get. Like, we can talk about that. I used that to pay for spring break. That was in college.
The night shift at Jimmy John's. The things you must have seen.
My buddies would
That's like an EMS worker. You see the same level of gore as a midnight shift Jimmy John's worker that you do as an EMS.
That's right. It's just... it is chaos. I mean, you're trying to take orders from people. Try taking orders from a bunch of fucking shitty college kids who are sober.
This is in Ann Arbor.
Yeah. Drunk? Oh, come on.
Insane.
It was insane. I kind of took to it a little bit.
Fun.
I know. And I like the guy. He would always get high. My manager would just get high in the back. And I was like, I love this guy, you know? He's just like laid back, you know? I vibed with bosses like that. They were just like, whatever, dude.
Not like Chris.
Yeah. Oh,
this guy never brought up spoons.
This fucking guy who just kept fucking canning me.
All right, should we cut it here?
Yeah.
Okay, let's cut it here. Let's put a bookmark in this one.
Dude, one of the great questions. Do you have... Next time you get some part-time job, I'm going to make a list.
Next time I'll come in because I have a few things.
A flat-out list because now I'm popping in my head about when my buddy Jeff worked at Ben & Jerry's, forgot to turn the ice cream coolers, left them on, all the ice cream melted, he got fired.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Unreal.
Okay, we'll save that for next time.
Yeah.
All right, people. Team. Adios.